Soccer Talk with the Soul is presented by New Mexico Piñon Coffee. Adam Deal, now General Manager Larry Espinosa, and of course Ron Patel joining. And this is in the community. This segment brought to you by Star Brothers Brewing. We were just talking about them and talking about some of the cool things, host parties.
Electric Sun, which is a delicious American wheat beer.
Yep, awesome, and all the watch parties and stuff there. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to start, we're going to get into a couple of things here in the community, but first we'll give you your chance. You're a Manchester United supporter, right? So you're sitting patiently over there on the couch, and so what do you think about your nice start?
Thought it smelled a little funnier.
Yeah. I don't like it.
We're excited. We're tied for first, and where's Liverpool? Like 8th. So
11th.
Yeah, but they're technically they're tied for like 8th. So we're happy. So.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ibrahim has been big. Let's start with you, Larry, and talk a little bit about. I think it's actually really important to develop soccer players, futsal, right? And so a lot of people who don't know what futsal is it's a way to develop players' skill indoors, even outdoors, depending on where it's played, but a smaller ball and a way to push it around and stuff. And so futsal, I think, is very important to everything, especially here in the community of New Mexico. Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. You go anywhere else in the world, and they're not playing on grass; they're playing on a harder surface. So you go to futsal, you don't have any walls, and you're having to abide by the lines. Heavier ball takes awkward bounces, so it forces you to get better control.
Played this a lot, like in college, especially when you have those rain days, right? And you go into the gym and you play some futsal, and you have a couple of futsal nets. But it's an easy way to develop player foot skill and to learn how to play quicker and combined better, and it makes your overall game better.
Yeah, and U.S. Soccer has come out and said we want every youth soccer player in the country playing futsal. If you've got down season from soccer season, they could be playing futsal, which can be played indoors. There is one facility here in town, ABQ Futsal, that does that. And you can play it on a gym floor, on a basketball court, volleyball court, whatever you call it.
Right.
And so it's good for kids. So I'll let Larry kind of talk about what we're looking to do, this event we're doing it on end of October.
Yeah, we're solidifying the date. We're tentatively looking at October 29th right now, down at the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center behind the Harvest Cafe, setting up a couple of futsal courts and running a mini tournament. Should be a lot of fun. There'll be food and beverage around.
They got a beautiful patio bar there.
So. Yeah. Do an open tournament for adults and see what we can produce.
Guys, when I enter into this tournament, it's over with. Just like foot golf, right? I'm going to win foot golf, and then I'm going to go win your futsal tournament, and then that's it. It's going to be done with.
We might have to wager. I still owe Ron on a bet, but I'm going to see if he wants to double up this year.
We might have to fulfill that bet one day when we're filming Soccer Talk with us. He still has to wear a Liverpool jersey for a day.
Well, how come we haven't started this?
After Liverpool knocked Man United out of the Europa League last year. So
how do we not get this going? Like, have you not?
Next episode.
Next episode of Soccer Talk with the Soul.
Len Show will be wearing a Liverpool jersey.
You'll see.
I'll put it on backwards.
But no, it's just one of our other events that we talk about of soccer-centric events. Trying to get people in love with the game. The setup over there at Pueblo Harvest Cafe, we're still finding those details, pretty sure we're going to do it there, is really cool. They've got this parking lot, and it's divided into sections that are almost perfectly sized futsal courts.
Yeah.
So you can build a futsal court there to be kind of arena style with the advertising boards around it. It's going to be really cool. And they've got the patio bar out there with oven for baking pizzas. If you haven't been to the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, it's a beautiful place. A lot of local history, and of course it's supported by the 19 Pueblos from all over the state.
Very cool. You guys are doing a lot. Right. More stuff. What's brewing? I know you could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So we've gone to a model of how do we make this year round? How do we keep the soul center of mind? And so we said, you know what? Let's create a publication. We decided where would you most appreciate a publication that doesn't occupy 30 minutes to go from cover to cover. What's Brewing is going to be in local coffee shops and breweries. It's advertiser supported and content driven. It talks about what's going around the Albuquerque area, and just a quick read. A lot of fun.
And one of the motivations for this was we got tired of people saying there's nothing to do in Albuquerque. I hear that all the time. There's nothing to do in Albuquerque, and we all know there's tons of stuff to do. People just don't have a place to go get the information. So that's what this is. A part of the content will be what's going on in the 505. What's, if we're doing a foot golf tournament, obviously that's going to be in there.
Right.
But there's all kinds of culture and food and
Events
theater events.
every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
So there's the print version that you'll find in coffee shops and breweries. And then there's a digital version that will live online also. And it's a way that potential advertisers and our current sponsors of the Soul can get their message out to people in coffee shops and breweries, which is where the movers and the shakers of the town hang out. It's really the pulse of the city is in coffee shops and breweries. So we want to be able to showcase events that are locally based events that typically people don't hear about.
Very good content will be written. Writers such as Hakeem Bellamy, Dan Mayfield, Dan Lodge.
Well, if Dan Lodge is writing, then I'm not going to read anything.
Stacy
that's gonna be said.
Sacco, Jeffrey Candelaria,
Everything
all
else is
different
good.
kinds of authors that are going to be putting in little articles. There'll be snippets of the article in the print publication, and then you can read more on the digital version. But it's what's brewing in Albuquerque. What's going on in the community? What's the next thing that's coming? We think it's something that's new. We're not trying to replace anything that exists already. We're just trying to create a new kind of medium, a quick read. There'll be a little Sudoku puzzle and a horoscope in there and some fun stuff. But just a quick read and something nice that you can, if you're sitting waiting for your friend in a coffee shop or a brewery or just having a pint by yourself, you can just see what's going on.
Footballers, guys, one of their favorite days is Boxing Day, obviously, and you
Yep.
guys have another event that's being planned then.
So what is Boxing Day, Larry? I know what it is because I grew up in England. What is your understanding of Boxing Day?
Sounds like a day where you get frustrated with all the presents that you got, so you take your cousin out and you let him have it in the nose. But I know that
close.
that's not it.
It's probably pretty much
It's
it,
the
right?
day after Christmas,
Right.
And it's the day where you box up all the gifts that you didn't want to keep,
Right.
That Santa Claus maybe was a little overzealous with,
Uh-huh.
and you didn't want to keep it in your house. So Boxing Day has been a holiday in England for many years. You have Christmas Day and then Boxing Day is the next day. My parents in Northern California throw a Boxing Day party every year, and I've been going to it for years, going to see my parents.
But mainly, I mean, the real tradition of Boxing Day, especially in England, is all of the matches, right? The
Yeah,
English Premier
tons of
League
games in the
matches.
morning.
Everyone's playing.
Everyone's playing, and all the kids are wearing their new jerseys and their new tops and everything. So what we're trying to set up, we're talking with Gabe over at the International Indoor Arena about doing a Boxing Day bash, and this will incorporate some open play soccer on Boxing Day after everyone's watched all the games, and a little tournament of FIFA. So
Get on the sticks.
Get on the sticks, yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'll be on the field. I'm horrible at FIFA.
Yeah, me too. I'm right with you.
but you're horrible on the field too, Larry. So what
shots.
gives?
Shots. Hey, they run the soul together, guys. They run the soul together. Lastly, also, this is pretty cool. Talk a little bit about Soul Foundation.
Yeah, Larry, please.
Wow. So in case you guys haven't been able to tell, Ron and I have been busy in the
Very
start
busy.
of the off season, setting up events, but we also finalized our foundation paperwork. Our foundation paperwork and the Soul Foundation coming to light is really a way for us to be present and mindful in the community. We will be taking on 3 major initiatives. We're a sports team, so we're going to do some sort of health and wellness. We don't really know what that is as of yet, but we're working on that. Second one is in conjunction with the U.S. Soccer Foundation, we're going to create some safe places to play. Really cool program. You go in, you look at pieces of dirt or dilapidated tennis and basketball courts. They come in, resurface, refence, relight them, make it where someone can go and hang out and play some soccer, or more along the lines of futsal.
And then the
So-
third initiative being the financial literacy piece. So
Yeah.
we feel like there's a lot of need for this in New Mexico. We're consistently ranked the poorest or second poorest state in the country. And I love the way that Larry says it is, why the hell aren't we doing something about it instead of just complaining about it? So we strive to work with local organizations. We'll probably do something along the lines of community soccer camps that are free. And while the kids are playing soccer and having fun with some Soul staff and players, the parents are being talked to about going and taking their kids to financial literacy classes, learning what is a savings account. How do you balance a checkbook? Why do you need money in a savings account? There's a lot of people out there that might not even have a couple $100 in a savings account because they're so used to just spending their check. So how do you to train these kids to start to save money and make New Mexico a better place? Because remember, at the end of the day, yes, we are soccer fanatics and we love soccer, but the reason we started this
It's a bigger piece.
was
it's a
not
bigger
just
piece.
for soccer.
Yeah.
It's we love where we live. And Larry and I are from different worlds. He's from Martinez Town. I'm from Liverpool, England, okay? We share 2 great passions, and that is soccer in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Well, it's a passion that's made it this far, guys, and it continues to.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of
we
fun.
appreciate it. Continued success, obviously, to the Soul. A lot to look forward to. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks. Also, don't forget, you can go sign up. It's foot golf. It'll be September 10th. You still could register for that, right?
Yep, still can register up until the day before, but you will not be able to walk up and register the day of. We are going to have a fairly full foot golf course out there. And Adam Deal,
I'll be there.
We'll be out
Me and
there.
Jason Pohl, who's getting this whole thing done. We're gonna get that W,
the man
baby.
that
We're gonna
makes
get that
the magic
W.
happen
Larry
behind the
Espinosa, Ron Patel for Dan Lodge, and Jason Pohl making the magic happen. I'm Adam Deal, saying so long. We'll see you next time.
See you at foot golf.